very many laps and no chance to get ahead on strategy. Who here today has the raw skill to take them to the top? Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's sprint. George Russell will begin today's event in pole position, with Charles Leclerc alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Perez, Hamilton, Carlos Sainz, and Fernando Alonso. Bottas, Gasly, Ocon, and Max Verstappen. Tsunoda, Norris, Kevin Magnussen, and Mick Schumacher. Ricciardo, Drugovich, Alex Albon, and Sebastian Vettel. Stroll, Joe, Epiphany, and Nicholas Latifi. And with preparations almost complete, let's head trackside for today's sprint.
Okay, this is our engine supplier's home Grand Prix, so let's give them a race worth watching.
uninterrupted for the Grand Prix tomorrow, so make sure you join us then. And welcome back to Imola, home circuit of the Scuderia Ferrari. We expect to see a lot of local supporters wearing red today, and they've all turned out for what we're expecting will be a sensational event here at the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. One lap of Imola, anti-clockwise of course, unlike most Formula One circuits, will take our drivers round 3.1 miles of track. 19 turns, 9 right-handers and 10 to the left. Drivers will need to be precise at the hairpin at turn 7, given the subsequent uphill section. Without a good exit from that corner, they'll lose a lot of time on that stretch. It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. What a qualifying yesterday for George Russell. He'll start today's race from pole position. Sergio Perez lines up alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Hamilton, Carlos Sainz and Fernando Alonso, Verstappen, Bottas, Gasly and Esteban Ocon, Tsunoda, Norris, Daniel Ricciardo and Albon, Drugovich, Stroll, Guan Yu Zhou and Epiphany, Latifi, Magnussen, Vettel and Mick Schumacher. That's it then, it's time to go racing as we head down trackside for today's race. Anthony Davidson joins me once again in the commentary box. Ant, it's fantastic to have you with us here, but I'm curious, as a man with experience out on the track, how do you stop those pre-race nerves from becoming overwhelming when you're lining up on the grid?
Well, I imagine they'll be starting to feel the adrenaline as they anticipate the run down into turn one, a bit like preparing to go into battle. The unknown situation will bring nerves, but that's a good thing. It will keep them focused on the moment and on their surroundings as we build towards the start of the Grand Prix.
as your driver of the day?
Well, there was a lot of incredible driving out there today, but if I had to pick someone, it's got to be Sergio Perez. Fantastic driving.
Let's move on to the constructors. And pulling further ahead in the standings, it's Red Bull. There was also a strong showing from the McLaren team today as they make their way up the standings. Well, that was certainly an exciting weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us for more exciting Formula One action very soon.